All right, boys, here's where we're at. Bed is, well, on, but is not really on. So let's give you a little tour. So we've got some work to do still. As you can see, the bed needs to come forward a bit and down, obviously. We have to cut out these rockers to make it fit. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to, but I think I will have to. Cut those out, get rid of this piece here. And if you can tell, even with the bed slid forward an extra 2 inches, the wheel will not be center. So I'm gonna have to lengthen the control arms to compensate, but not a big deal. So I think I'm gonna cut out this section here for when the control arms get lengthened. I don't want any contact there. Yeah, so just slowly going down. I'm hoping that this frame member will sit maybe here and on the dress shaft tunnel. But maybe not. I think that's going lower than that, so we'll see. All right, that's where it's at. Little recap. So this is not going as easy as I thought. The bed is getting hung up right here. So this piece is hitting the inner fenders right here. So my choice is cut the inner fenders or cut that. You guys know these trucks, what that is the seam that joins this top bed side to the bottom bed side. So if I cut that seam, I really risk the bed sides coming apart. Now it is really rusty and it is old and I'm sure it's been panel bonded at some point. In fact, this side has had a panel overlaid on top. So this is the old panel here and that's the new panel there. So I should be okay to cut this one. In fact, it is really rusty, so I don't see any real reason not to. But that one over there is original. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, we're good. Gonna cut them both. The reason I'm cutting the pinch welds here as opposed to the fenders is because I want to keep this fender intact so that this will actually push out the bedside and allow me to fit factory wheels on there, as well as a wider tire that I've got actually sitting right there. We'll keep that secret for now. But skinnier axle, wider tire, bigger lip, make it look great. So that's where we're at. It looks like, I don't know, but, so this is the back of the Crown Vic. I might be able to get that frame member on the back of the bed to tuck under here because my cab sits so low. But to do that, I had to pull the wheels off to get the front over, and you've been watching, a lot of work. So some people were right about this being a lot more work, but I'm okay with that because I can justify it because I'll have a nice, reliable truck. Here we go. So now we got those pinch welds cut out. that side and this side. Now, if you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but you can see daylight through the pinch weld. You can't see it here. Oh, you can a little bit. Anyways, there's daylight, so hopefully it stays together. But the only way to find out is to put it on and try it. So, one more try. So that's where we are at. Let's show you what's holding things up now. Right there. So that is the, I guess you call it a frame rail for the bed, and it's hung up on the floor of the Crown Vic right there. So I've either got to cut the frame rail on the bed, or I've got to cut the floor of the Crown Vic. One of the two. Because it's going to eventually sit on that pinch weld you see there, because it has to go down an extra 2 or 3 inches. So the spacing works out great because the bed's going to come in further there. It's going to be touching the cab in this case, so another 1.5 inches. So this will work forward to aft, but up and down I gotta figure something out. In fact, maybe I don't, because if that goes forward more to fill in that space, it will clear the Crown Vic hump there. But maybe it's actually sitting on the drive shaft hump, so I gotta get in there and look. That could be the case. If that's the case, easy solution, just notch the frame rail on the F100 bed. So that's where we're at. And the rear is fitting nicer. So this is the rear bed frame rail for the truck, and it's sitting on top of the gas tank floor, or the trunk floor. So once the front is in position correctly, I'll level the back and I'll figure out what I'm doing back here as far as attaching truck frame rail to the car frame rail somehow, but we'll get there. I also have to relocate that gas tank filler neck. So first step is to check and see if this dry shaft hump is in the way. If so, notch the bed, and we'll get her down to the right spot. All right, first unveil of the truck, looking like a truck. So I know, the back wheels are too far forward. I'm gonna fix it. But in the meantime, it's a truck again. It's taken since December something or other, just before Christmas, December 15th, let's say. And now it's March 6th. So, not bad. For spare time. Still got the front clip to go. I'm waiting on my hood hinges to put the hood on. I'm still debating if I'm going to use the Crown Vic inner fenders there for more bracing, something to mount the plastic inner fender welds to, but that's debatable. We'll see. This is my parts car over there. So yeah, my little truck finally working again. We've got front or back wheels have to go back. I would say at least 3 inches. I got to see what's available space-wise in inside this tub. This is the back. This is how the bed sits. It's got to go down a hair more. I don't want to, but I think I might need to move this bed and cut it a little more. But yeah, she's sitting there. She's sitting good. Look at that, almost right at the top of the bed rails. The back, it's not level yet. Not even level yet. But interior. Smells like a new car. Feels like a new car. Sounds like a new car. The bed's crooked. I gotta fix it. But my last swap, still got the pigtails here that I made. We've got the Crown Vic lights inside the tail lights. I'll just plug those things in. And we're in business. The trunk floor pan is sitting right there. 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch